Welcome to the Fempire podcast for women building empires where your health, relationships, and wealth rise together. Here we focus on what moves the needle the most. I am your host, Jessica Joy. Let's sharpen the axe and dive in. If you have felt a bit blah or not quite juiced about your health, your body, your fitness, then this episode is going to shift something so deep within you, and I am so excited. Alrighty, so I just got off my walking pad not too long ago. It was hilarious because I woke up in this kind of meh energy. I'm like, where's the fire? Where's the joie de vivre? And I have been so dedicated to retraining my nervous system patterns and my energy over the past couple months because I've had patterns of overthinking or this like low-key anxiety. It's like, oh, I need to figure it out. I am operating from a knowing, from a power, from an ease, trust, and playing big, not living my life in a overthinking place, but living from a place of power. And I've been on my last episode, I talked about training your nervous system. So I'll give you a quick update and then I will put that fire under your fitness butt. It's a new type of fire. It's not a push energy. It's a power energy. You're going to feel pulled and drawn toward prioritizing your health. And it's going to be in a way that gives you so much energy back. But little update on the nervous system because it's just been such a priority for me. And I have been listening to guided meditations while I'm sleeping. I learned more about my human design. I'm a manifesting generator. Now, I'm not the person that takes any framework and really attaches myself to it, whether it's your horoscope, whatever they call it, your human design, your Enneagram, but I do see it as data to help you understand yourself a bit better and take what lands, leave what doesn't is always my philosophy. And so it talked about, for me, honoring what is feeling exciting and honoring my gut. When my gut says yes, like go. And then also understanding there's going to be some lulls and not overthinking the lulls when you're not getting that like gut excitement feeling. Cool, take a break. So I've been honoring that so much more and trusting myself to take action with things that feel kind of weird. Like I've been doing the walking pad nervous system training walks. And I've just been a wild child on my social because it's just being me. And I'm finally just deciding that it doesn't have to fit in some box of content is supposed to look like this. I've been doing that for years and it's not that it's been bad, but I just wanted to unleash. And so the nervous system training walks, I've been doing that. What a great experiment as well, because the first week I was doing them every day and my energy and alignment and ease and power were like so great. And the second week I didn't do them as frequently. And what do you know? My energy wasn't as good. I didn't operate from as much ease or as much power. So I'm like, these are so legit. And then this week I've been using them when I needed them. So I woke up this morning feeling kind of meh. And I'm like, okay, I could operate from this way, but I choose not to. I choose that I am the creator of this day, that my reality bends to me. I don't bend to my reality. I choose that my thoughts, my actions, my feelings create the day I'm going to have. I need to get on that freaking walking pad and move my energy. I choose not to operate from a meh state. I'm unavailable from operating from meh. So got on the walking pad. The first song was a bit forced. I'm like, okay, I'm getting into it. And then it wasn't. And then it was just authentic, like, I'm in it. I'm alive. And it was this song, It Could Have Been Me by the Struts. And I only know it because of Sing 2, the movie Sing 2, but the original's from the Struts. And such a good song. I want to taste love and pain. I want to feel joy and pain. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste one line. I want to live better days, never look back and say, it could have been me. It could have been me. It could have been me. And I was like, nope. I'm not going to live my life saying it could have been me. I'm going to say it is me. Didn't take the chance. I never played small. Well, there will be times, but for the most part, I was like, I never want to look back and feel like I didn't play all out. Ew. So I am very happy with my nervous system training and efforts. This is helping me operate so much more joy and aliveness in myself. And so I'm like, I've actually been incorporating this into my fitness and health. And it made me realize the juxtaposition of how most people will go about their health, weight loss, toning journey. It's like, okay, it's this checklist that I need to do, and I need to follow some type of food rules, and oh, gotta get myself to do the workout. And it's operating from this like push energy. And I say that's a bunch of bollocks. I say you can operate from your health in a way that it gives you more energy back. And part of that is strategy. And part of that is nipping in the bud some of your own patterns that we've probably developed from doing diets or doing some type of approach that was too rigid of a regime to begin with. And so we associate weight loss or health often with like, it's going to be hard and it's going to be like, okay, I really got to have my ducks in a row and okay, I really got to lock in. I want to invite you that it can be totally different. Okay, and I'll walk you through a few ways to do that. But before I do, I came across somebody in fitness. I've been in fitness 13 years. Been in the professional fitness space. Like it has been my livelihood. I've lived this through and through. 13 years is a long time. And I came across somebody who is a fitness coach, but he also is a fitness coach for business owners who are fitness coaches. And he talked about, he's like, if you're going to lead fitness, you need to always have a goal in your own fitness. And he's like, what could you get excited about? And actually, I'm like, that kind of makes sense. That makes sense. He's like, okay, do you want to do this competition? Do you want to do, what are you excited about? And for years, I've always had something like, ooh, I'm going to build my butt, or ooh, I'm going to get I'm going to get like a level of toned I haven't gotten before. And I saw this concept, and then he even showed clients that were like, because of their fitness goals, it was like, and working toward them, they talked about being more lit up in their life. It's like, oh, because it elevates every aspect of your life. And I could totally understand that. But what about long term? And it was like this concept of, okay, there's always another level in your fitness. And I could not for the life of me get myself behind it. And he even asked me a question in DMs, which was so thoughtful for him to reach out. I'm like, this, you really care. He's like, what are you working toward in your fitness? What is something that other people could get excited about, like the journey you're on? And I got my wheels turning and I literally couldn't come up with anything. And the reason was, I love where I'm at. A fitness lifestyle and health and body that I just love. And I don't have this desire to, maybe I can do more pull-ups, or maybe I could lift heavier, or maybe I could get more ripped, or maybe I could do this competition. Like, I'm actually, what excites me now in fitness is how to make it as simple and enjoyable and leveraged as possible to give me the most ROI, the most energy back, the more aliveness, and honestly, the more time back. I'm working out less in a way that I'm still maintaining all the ROIs that I want. I still get this, even though I'm working out less, I'm maintaining the tone I want. I'm maintaining the energy I want. I'm maintaining healthy hormones and metabolism like I want. And I have a little bit more time to do artistic things or spend time with my family. Or yesterday, I actually did something in my yard where I'm like, wow, normally my yard is a total shambles. Cool. I'm going to take this 10 minutes to get these weeds out. Oh, I'm actually going to like do this project that I've been wanting to do. I have time to play the piano because I'm working out less. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, I don't want another fitness goal. I want other goals in my life. And what my fitness goal, if I'm going to propose a fitness goal now, even lighter and more fun. That's the goal. It was just so odd to me. Like, okay, little tangent. This is more of a riff podcast. So this is kind of hilarious. So when it comes to building a business, the goal is to build it to scale, to build it in a way that it makes you happy. Like that's the point of your business, that it helps people, it generates income, and then over time you're building it in a way that like works for you, it lights you up, and it's really leveraged. Like, you build a team so they can be doing some of the back end things that maybe are more draining for you. But it seems like in fitness, it's like you just do more. I'm like, what in the heck? The goal of becoming more fit is that your workouts get longer and you just lift heavier and you run faster. Like, is that a reward? Like, what are we doing? Anyway, if it lights somebody up, yes, please. If you are jazzed about doing a marathon, if you are jazzed about hitting a certain benchmark in your deadlift, if you are jazzed about building a butt or whatever it is, cool. Go there. Please follow your excitement every day of the week. Okay, but for me, that's not my excitement now. I've done that, and now I'm at the place where I just want to maintain and enjoy maintaining it and make it so energizing. So I've been adding more stretching into my workouts. I've been adding more play into my walks. That is lighting me up. That is giving me more energy back. And that's technically my fitness goal. Really, like, my workouts are short and efficient. I keep the tone I want. I love what I eat. I literally have no, like, metabolism's in a good spot. I eat what I want. It's such a great balance of around 80-20. 80% whole foods, 20% like literally we'll have some Cheetos. All good. Makes me so happy. And I don't have some crazy steps goal that drives me nuts. Like, I probably walk 6,000 steps a day. I am so happy with my fitness. And I just want, the goal is to make maintaining it feel so alive and vibrant and juicy. So when I do my workouts now, afterwards, I channel amazing ideas for my business or my life. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go ride bikes with Aisha and we're going to have a bubble machine. This is going to be awesome. Or after I did my walking pad session this morning, for literally 5 minutes, maybe 7, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I started at meh energy. I'm like, oh, life. Okay, whatever. And I got off the walking pad and activated my whole body, my whole soul, all the cells. Like, oh, I got into it, right? And then I'm like, what am I excited about? What do I want to lead in the world in regard to health, body transformation that makes me, that's like what's coming forth? Because I'm a manifesting generator. I got to follow what's exciting to me. And I'm like, I want to teach women how to feel like, heck yes, in their health. Like, yes, they can have the body and the health they want. And on the way, they are feeling it's giving them so much energy back, right? And I channeled this whole masterclass idea. I'm like, that's it. That's what I need to teach. Okay. Because I'm choosing to use my fitness to give me more energy. So some ways that you can do this, and then I want to invite you to the masterclass. So if you're on YouTube, you can comment masterclass. I'm going to call it Health Yes. So instead of hell yes, it's health yes. So you could also comment health yes, or if you can go find me on Instagram at its.jessicajoy and say masterclass or health yes. Okay. It'll probably be health yes body. We will see. The details are getting figured out. But there is a way that you could go about your weight loss, toning, health, in a way that it gives you so much more energy back. And I want to talk about some of the common energy drains I see. And then in the masterclass, I'll talk about how to totally shift this. But some of the drains I see are, one is the strategy. Doing a strategy that is just too much for you all at once. It's like, oh, we're going to do this whole workout schedule, or we're going to do this strict food approach. And it's just so much all at once. Draining. Okay, we want to, when we work with somebody, we meet them where they're at and we're just gonna, okay, cool. You're working out twice a week with these types of workouts. Okay, we're going to do strength training twice a week, but it's going to be more strategic and you're going to get more tone and definition from those workouts than the 2 you were doing. And then we'll gradually add to 3. I currently do 3 a week, sometimes 2. Okay, so it's not like, oh, and then you get to do 4 a week and then you're going to do 5. Some of our ladies occasionally do 5, but it's pretty rare. I'm going to be honest. So draining is just too much too soon. Another one is the self-talk that you're operating from. Are you operating from a place of, I gotta get this weight off. This is unacceptance. This is not of where you're at. Looking up in the mirror and looking at what you don't like. Now, I can understand using a little bit of like, to get you going, to motivate you to make a change. That is okay. I'm not shaming disgust. I'm not shaming any emotion. But what do you want to operate from the most part? And look, I've seen people operate from hate and from disgust and from all of these things. But I've also noticed those are the people that don't really create health. It's sad. And I do everything I can to help them think differently because when you're operating from like self-loathing to get this weight off, what is that energy in your body? Then does that create health? No, I actually think that's probably going to raise your cortisol through the roof, and that doesn't create health, right? So, operating from I accept you. I love getting better at showing up for you. You are a freaking baddie, and I want all the amazing things for you. So I'm just going to get better at doing this. I love you. Looking in the mirror and seeing what you like, and also accepting where you're at doesn't mean you're where you want to be. It's like, I love you. And we're going to get more fit and toned. And we're going to love ourselves on the freaking way there. If you are berating yourself, if you're negative about yourself on the way there, it's one of the most draining ways you can operate in this journey. Okay, another way people drain their energy on the way is they're very scared of data. And look, I've been there, but this shows up as like if the scale goes up a little bit when you thought it was going to go down, it like ruins your day. Or let's say you are in a phase of food tracking and you eat too much, you don't want to track it. You don't want to log it. And the truth is it's a relationship with data that's pretty draining. It's just data. It's just information. The scale went up. Does that mean I'm never gonna? It's because we create some type of meaning that it's like, oh, I've been working so hard. It's like, okay, actually, I'm on my period. Or actually, I ate a ton of salt yesterday. I'm probably retaining water. Actually, I went on a trip and this is probably going to come off in a couple days. So those are some things around the scales. Oh, actually, I'm building muscle and losing fat. My clothes are fitting better, but according to the scale, it didn't budge. Okay, got it. We're actually just changing our body composition. It's just data. It's all neutral information, but we can create a empowering meaning or we can create a really draining meaning that just ruins our freaking day. But we, in a way, chose that. And so if you notice you are this person, it is okay. I used to be this person. And it's like we don't know what we don't know. So I would start to invite you to look at, it's data. What meaning do I want to create around this? I'll go over more of this in the masterclass. You overate. You overate. You didn't stick to your amount that you were supposed to stick to. And then when this happens, like typically you go off the rails. And it's like, actually, sometimes that's going to happen. And it's just more information. Maybe the targets I have are too low, or maybe this is shining a light on my emotional eating patterns. And that's okay. I have no shame around emotional eating patterns. Sometimes I do it. It's just something that I'm working on. There's never any negative meaning about you or what's possible or that it's not working. Like it's just data about it's just data. So anyway, we could go more over that, but that's one of the most draining things I see because if somebody has a negative relationship with data and then like they're working hard towards something and the numbers aren't where they think they should be, I should be farther by now, then we create so much resistance and drained energy on the journey because we're not accepting and we're not looking at things neutrally. And that could just be so draining. Whereas the clients who operate, or the women who operate from like, I know I'm going to get there, it's all for my learning. They're like, man, this wasn't my best week, but I actually learned how to set boundaries with my family. And they'll look at the wins that they did have and the things that they learned because it's just a matter of gaining skills and getting better at skills. All right. Another way that women drain their energy on the journey is never setting boundaries. Man, my belief is all women are magnificent and powerful epic creatures. And we also love to help people. We're like, how can I help? And we're also taught that being helpful is being good. And we're taught to prioritize our family and we're taught to be generous. And those are all wonderful things, but we are not taught to be generous with ourselves. That's for sure. And so there can be patterns of feeling guilty around taking time for yourself or only letting yourself have so much time, energy, or money because you're a mom and it needs to go to the kids. Or resistance to boundaries can be around not wanting to make other people uncomfortable when you prioritize yourself. That's a big one. A little bit of that people pleaser. It's a little bit of avoiding discomfort of other people's emotions, which aren't your responsibility, and you can still navigate it in a really nice way. Be like, hey, asking your husband to watch the kids or saying, hey, I don't want a second helping, Grandma Ginger. Like, thank you, though, whatever it is. All right. Not setting boundaries. And so I kind of went down a rabbit hole of some of the roots of why people don't. Because deep down, they feel a little bit guilty about taking the time, or they don't want to make other people uncomfortable for prioritizing their needs.
Or if deep down you don't even think you're going to reach your goal, why even set a boundary in the first place? There's some deeper layers, but ultimately, women are amazing. And I've seen one of the biggest gaps is like they are capable, they are motivated, but they don't have freaking space for themselves. Sometimes we'll do time studies with our clients and like really evaluate, okay, take me through the day. What are you doing? Like hour to hour. What does this look like? And you look at their week and their responsibilities and you're like, "Okay, got it. This is why you're not fitting in your workouts. You literally have no space." So, what do? Add an extra hour in the day. No, Jimmy. Your time is your time. You are choosing all of this. There are ways that we can set boundaries, we can create leverage, we can create space in your life to make this a priority. And this can be one of the biggest blocks I see because people want to fight for I don't have time, I don't have space. Do you want to keep that story? You're welcome to keep that story, but then you'll always get that result. You'll never have time. You'll never have space for yourself. It's like that toxic mom hustle culture. And I really think it's so disempowered. And I'm on a mission to help women break free of it because it's just like a way of that they're stuck in their thinking. You do not have to drain yourself or be a martyr mom or be a victim to motherhood. Okay. Or even just to work or whatnot. Anyway, so this is where we start looking at, okay, how can you delegate or ask for help? How can you systematize? How can you set a boundary that's like, I'm not available then and hold the freaking line? Hold the line. Brene Brown talks about boundaries of steel. Sometimes that's how it has to feel. Otherwise, it's uncomfortable to hold the boundary sometimes. So you got to be it's steel. It's certain boundaries can have a little flex and flow. Certain boundaries need to be very firm. Okay? So that you actually do have the space for yourself. And this includes space to rest. All right? Some of the biggest needle movers when it comes to reaching your health and body goals is prioritizing rest. It's probably not even prioritizing workouts sometimes for some ladies. It depends on the woman. All right. But that's something that we work on with our ladies because they're going to be friggin' exhausted on their health and body journey if they don't really have the space to do it consistently. Okay. And this is all in your control to create boundaries, to create space, to delegate, systematize, take things off your plate, say no, ask for help so that you can make this a priority. There's so much that's available when we look at it. And we had one woman, this can take time. Okay, this is not an overnight set boundaries. No, 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 no. This is an assessment and then dialing things in. So we have one woman who, when work is going like pretty even keel, the hours aren't too long, and her weight loss just clips along. She gets her workout, she does the nutrition, and then her workplace loves to just overload her. And then they'll take people away from the team. Be like, "Oh, we're downsizing," or, "Oh, this person can't help anymore." And it's like the workload. So her work has done this a few times. And every time we have supported her with having a conversation with the management above her, even though she's in a managerial role, there's the management above the management, right? That it's like, hey, this is actually not supportive to our work, to our team, to the results we're here to create for the clients that we're working with. We need to set boundaries. And before you decide to cut certain things or add certain things, we need to have a powwow around what this is going to do because her work hours would go to like 70, 80 a week. And then before you know it, we're like, hey, why are you missing your workouts? Oh, we're seeing some weight creep back up. What's going on? No boundaries at work. So each time this is getting better and better and better. Now, some workplaces just aren't the most healthy. And so, ideally she would honestly look for another place. And that's part of what she's doing. But in the meantime, she's having those conversations. She's taking a stand for herself. She's leaving when she said she would leave. So that she can have the space to prioritize her health. So just an example, a real life example, because I don't want this to feel trite or like I'm just telling. I'm sharing. Ultimately, this isn't just about nutrition and workouts. It's about how do you create the life where you can lead those in a way that, one, they get the results, but they feel good to you. All right. So those are some of the drains I see quite often. The other drain is doing strategies that aren't all that effective. Ew, this is wrong. Okay, this was me like 5 years just crushing the workouts and like following different nutrition protocols to a T. And then guess what I got? Guess what my reward was? I gained 25 pounds and a terrible relationship with food, and I was so confused, so sad. Talk about a draining route. So the other part is strategy. How can you have a nutrition approach that gets the weight off, but in a flexible way that doesn't burn you out? How can you have a workout approach that really strengthens you, tones and shapes your body, but doesn't drain you? Right. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in the masterclass, along with some other energetics. So if you want in, just drop health. Yes. Or you can find me on Instagram. It's .JessicaJoy. And let's freaking go. It could be so much better, so much lighter. And we do not have to operate from this or like even settling. I remember at one point, I'm like, do I just need to accept that I have this extra 20 pounds and this belly? And for a while I did, but I still maintained my health. But I will say I really love where I'm at, and it has totally been worth it. And mercy, now I get to, and the same with our clients. It's like they get to a place in their health and body where they feel like them. There's not a certain body that's like, you need to look like this. But there's a place that all women have in their body that is like, I feel really good when I'm around this size, and I know I'm strong, and I know I'm taking care of myself. I just feel freaking good. I have this deep level of self-respect. I have this deep level of self-trust. I have more energy, less brain fog. It's just aligned health. Yes. And that's what I want to give women. And it's a combination of having effective strategies and then how they're operating, implementing those strategies, operating from self-love, trust, power, like getting more energy back. That's health. Yes. Okay. So love you so much. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. If there's one nugget that you took away, you can drop it in the comments or find me on Insta and let's chat. All the love, and have an amazing and splendid day. Like, take ownership of your day, make it what you want. And so it is. Love you.